Did you know that 6% of the Chinese population has Lyme disease? That's 83,623,030 people. Lyme disease is a very serious disease, and I want you to be aware. If you like playing sports, going for walks, adventures, hikes, or just getting out of bed in the morning, I want you to be able to do that, and that is why I want you to be aware. It is treatable and mostly curable if caught early after initial tick bite, but unfortunately this isn't the case for everyone. People go years without being diagnosed. The average Lyme patient takes 2 to 3 years to get diagnosed correctly, and at this time, the infection has already spread through their bodies. The Lyme bacteria can infect your whole body, and I'm talking from your head to your toes, as it affects your joints, muscles, organs, central nervous system, that includes your brain, and just everything in general. People die from Lyme disease because of heart complications or kidney complications or liver complications and so many more. By leaving it untreated for so long, you're at a higher risk of being disabled for a long time, unable to talk, speak, think, or even write. Doctors will misdiagnose you for years because it mimics so many other diseases such as Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, ALS, depression, anxiety, epilepsy, arthritis, and so many other diseases because it's known as the great imitator, if that's what you want to call it. There's also over 300 symptoms of Lyme disease. So you may have depression while underneath it's undiagnosed Lyme disease. You may only have a hand tremor while underneath it's undiagnosed Lyme disease, making doctors not look for Lyme because it looks so much like all these other diseases that are easily tested for. Lyme disease testings are inaccurate. People get false negatives. So please, if you ever get bitten by a tick, take the tick to get tested, get yourself tested, and just to be reassured, a year later, go get tested again. Ticks are also not the only insects that transmit Lyme disease, as mosquitoes, fleas, and many other insects, any insect that can bite you, can transmit Lyme disease. So please wear bug spray. It's so important. Many doctors also don't believe in the existence of chronic Lyme disease, as they're only taught about acute Lyme disease, which is when the person has just been infected after initial tick bite and present a bullseye rash. Well, less than 50% of people even present having a bullseye rash after being bitten by a tick. And because of this, they can go on for years and years without knowing they have this infection in them that's spreading in their body and attacking their organs, their nervous systems, their joints, their muscles, their brain, and everything. You could have Lyme disease but go over 5 years without ever presenting any symptoms, and then one day it finally hits you that you're sick and you start getting all these symptoms and everything. As someone who once used to love running and taking pictures, but can't do it anymore or doesn't enjoy it as much because of the pain in my ankles, my knees, and my joints, as well as my wrists and my fingers, I can't run without feeling pain and holding my DSLR camera, my fingers stiff up when I click the buttons, and the weight of it hurts my wrists. I forget a lot of things. One of the main ones is when I wash dishes sometimes, I throw them out in the garbage without noticing that I've thrown them out. I throw out my valuables. I misplace things, like my mom will pass me her car keys and tell me to put them away, and then I'll put them in the freezer, and then she'll ask me where they are, and I won't know where I put them. So things like that. Unable to concentrate, problem solve, understand. My back flares up when I'm sitting in class because I'm sitting for so long, and I don't know, it just starts to hurt. My neck tenses up. I get burning pains in my arms, my fingers, and my legs. Sometimes this side of my face, it's a bit swollen right now, but not that swollen. It gets, my eye droops, and I can't move this side of my face. It swells. I get hand tremors and shortness of breath as well. And I've been doing physiotherapy, acupuncture, and getting massages for a year now, and they don't really do anything for me besides relieve my pain for about 10 minutes after it's done. I've been in pain for over 3 years. It was first pain in my right knee, and then it spread to both knees, both ankles, both wrists, and at this time they thought it was juvenile rheumatoid arthritis, both shoulders, both my back, my neck, everywhere, and that pain is still there. It hasn't left. It comes and goes. That's the other thing about Lyme disease symptoms. They come and go. Your face could be paralyzed for a day, and then it'll go away for 5 months and then come back. It's so tricky and so complex. People need to do their research on it. Doctors need to do their research on it because this can be prevented. It can. Research is definitely needed because there's not a lot done out there, and some of the research that's been done only gets tossed away in the trash. Parents, children are at a higher risk of getting infected by Lyme disease, as they are also more vulnerable of obtaining central nervous system infections. Please spray your kids with bug spray or something. Don't allow them to play in an area with such tall grass. Check them for ticks, check their hair, check everywhere if they have been outside playing in the bushes. Treatment is out there, but it's super expensive and hard to find. Most people have to travel out of their country, out of their states, out of their provinces to seek treatment. It has left many sufferers and or families bankrupt or homeless because it is not covered by insurance. If you are someone who has been suffering for a really long time and you don't know what's wrong with you, doctors don't know what's wrong with you because all your tests have been coming back negative. You heard about Lyme disease, so you got tested for it, but then it came back negative. So you're convinced that it's not Lyme disease. There are many other tests out there, not just the ELISA blood test. There's the Western blot test, but I suggest you seek a Lyme literate medical doctor who can give you more information, test you accurately, and diagnose you accurately. I'll be leaving links in the descriptions of sites that you can go to for more information, and I hope you find answers soon. Thank you, and please share this video to raise awareness for this disease because it is preventable. We need more research, more accurate testings, and more funding.